At the moment, my phone hasn't stopped ringing. It's really cold outside. It's 2026 and people have got sweating roofs. It doesn't matter if it's a cold roof like this, flat roof with air movement underneath it, or whether it's a pitched roof like this. But if you look at the mould which is inside this roof. And this is all to do with the vapor barrier, which I've got down here, the way it's built, and relative humidity. So I really want to talk about relative humidity here, whether it's inside the rooms down below or whether the relative humidity we're talking about is actually in the loft space or in this space here. Now take a look at this. The box here represents 1 cubic metre of air inside a room, inside a house. Now the parameters are these, and all these parameters that I'm going to use here are the same. I'm not going to show this again. You can always scroll back to this and see it, but these are the parameters that I'm using. So this 1 cubic metre of air holds this amount of water. Now that doesn't look an awful lot in these terms, but the room has got 90 cubic metres of air inside it. But let's go and have a look at it, what it looks like outside. So this time, this guy's standing on top of this roof here, and he's got his box, and of course it's cold outside, and the air outside holds less moisture, and this is how much moisture is inside. Now that doesn't look like a lot either, and if I flick between the two, that's inside, and that's outside, and that's inside, and that's outside. It doesn't look a lot, does it? However, if we now start looking at what 90 cubic meters looks like, this is the room inside, and this is 90 cubes inside that room. And those 90 cubes, when we put all the water from all those 90 cubes into containers, or use the same containers, this is what we end up with, 3 containers. So let's go outside. So this same guy is standing on the roof outside, and you've got the 90 cubic meters sitting behind it. And if we take the moisture outside and we put it into same kind of container, we end up with just 1 container. So you can see the difference between the two. And of course, this is all to do with ventilation. If you're bringing in air from the outside and the air moving through inside has got less moisture in it, it's going to pull out the moisture which may be in the rest of the roof construction. But not only that, it's going to pull out the moisture which is in your room down below. So if we look at this video, of course it's going to take this, put it outside and get rid of it. By doing this, just opening the patio doors or windows inside the house is going to lower the relative humidity inside the rooms below. Now, assuming that the parameters are the same, and assuming that outside is what we would call a drying day. If outside is raining and wet, you might be bringing in a little bit more moisture than you're taking out. But these are all to do with good, sensible management of internal moisture down below in the rooms. That moisture in the rooms down below is not going to apply pressure to your air vapor control layers. It's going to help stop that moisture getting up from in here, but whatever moisture has got up in here is going to be less, and the through movement here is going to help dry out the roof. So just think about it. As much ventilation as you can get in a roof here, and as much ventilation as you can get into a pitched roof. Here we've got a crown roof. Just look at the mess in some of these videos. And this is what I'm up against all the time, because people are not venting their roofs properly, and they're not looking after the humidity inside their rooms below. Hopefully this has helped. Anyone need any more help, please get in touch with me. Give me the thumbs up. Speak soon.